Again, I'm down here at the Ingle Gym here in Fuerteventura, and I've got the one and only welterweight champion of the world, Mr. Kell Brook. Kell, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. Training in this nice weather in December. Just keeping myself ticking over. And things are getting interesting, aren't they?
I was going to say this. I saw a tweet from you yesterday, basically saying, nice to see you've woken up from the last KO. Bit of banter. I saw Amir Khan has now come back and said, yeah, he's going to use you as a tune-up fight. Any kind of reply to that?
Well, he started off saying that I'm a tune-up fight, and it's just very disrespecting me there. You know, he's saying I'm a tune-up fight. He's saying I'm a world champion. He's calling me a tune-up fight, and that's why we'll come back. A bit of banter. We've got all the social media getting very excited. And we're talking. I think, that he's got nowhere else to go, and I think, it's a high risk fight. He knows he's going to get flattened, but obviously a high reward. So I think that's the only reason why he's interested in the fight. The pound signs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Eddie Hearn, he does seem to be able to deliver these big fights. I mean, your last fight, it doesn't get much bigger than that, does it? I mean, walking out the O2 Arena against Gennady Golovkin. Epic fight. I think even if you're not into your boxing, people would have appreciated that fight and the bravery that went with it. With the eye. How is the eye now?
Yeah, the eye's fine. I've not been getting punched in it, but I don't really need to. I'm gonna enjoy Christmas. I'm gonna be training, through Christmas, but just keeping myself ticking over, keeping myself, active, but not no physical contact to the face. So. It's just about being healthy and just getting some monster fights lined up. After tasting the Golovkin fight and the atmosphere with, like you said, epic. That's all I want now. Them big fights, and I think now I've had that taste. That's all you'll be seeing me involved in.
Well, I mean, that particular fight as well. I think most people had you actually winning that fight before you was actually retired from it. And it was just the myth of everything with Golovkin, with the power and whatever. You felt it a lot. Didn't go down once. Was he as strong? Did he hit as hard as what you thought he was going to hit?
You always expect, things to be a lot worse than after the fight's ended, or after you've gone through a certain thing. It's never as bad as you expected. So. He definitely punched very, very hard. The man breaks bones. So there's no getting away that he punches very hard. And but like I said, if I could see if I could see in the fight my bones, he caught me in a perfect spot. And it were after speaking to my surgeon, it's a spot where he hit me bang on the eye, and the pressure of the shot just broke the bone in my eye. It's a very thin bone, so it was a bit of a weird kind of injury. Fighters fight all the time. They get broken hands and breaking cheekbones, but never breaking chins, but never the injury I got. Like I said, I were ahead on points, and I'm just saying, if I could see, and if the fight would have continued, and me being able to see all my faculties. I think it could have been very different. I think I've always could be in danger because he could punch very hard, but I think that it was starting to blow, and we were starting to get settled into the fight. But that's how it was written, so that's the end of that.
Yeah. And now, of course, you didn't lose your welterweight title because this was at middleweight. You've now got the battle again of not just the fights coming your way, but getting back down to welterweight. I mean, how hard is that gonna be for you?
It's going to be very hard, but I'll be telling the promoters when I'm ready to fight. It's not going to be the other way around now. And the fact that it's about making the weight safely. I've got a fantastic nutritionist, in Greg Marriott.
Yeah.
We bounce off each other. We work very well. Bring the weight down safely, healthily. So. As long as I carry on listening, I've got that drive and desire.
Yeah.
And because I am world champion, and there's nothing else for me to reach. Before when I wasn't world champion, I always wanted to be world. Now I've got to fight these younger guys, and these guys have to with a stick to keep them away from my world title. But I like that competitiveness. I love competing with the best in the world. I love that adrenaline rush. Like we got from the O2. So I don't think there's gonna be. There's not going to be no problem with me wanting to push myself and, continue defending my world title, but...
Well, I think you worked so hard to get there as well. There's not many Brits that have gone over to the States and beaten a world champion in their own backyard, which you did, of course, against Sean Porter, so I can see why you're not wanting to let go of that. But I guess eventually... maybe light middle might be your weight, and maybe a potential fight with Canelo in a couple of years.
Yeah, 100%. Could even happen next year. I think that there's maybe one or two more fights at welterweight for me.
Yeah.
Maybe one. And I'm gonna have to move up. Because I do. I do struggle to make the weight, and it's got a bit of time.
Yeah.
To move up, because I've been making the weight, since I was an amateur, since I was 15 years old. I'm 30 years old now. Your body grows, your body grows for over the years. You put a lot of muscle on it, so it is a struggle to make the weight. But I'm still champion. It's been so hard for me to get that title. I don't just want to give it up. I need to. Someone's got to rip it away from me.
Yeah, and hopefully you're going to be fighting Amir Khan maybe sort of May time, because there's a few big fights that are going on. Before that, would you have maybe a fight before that, or are we looking at the return will be for you against Amir Khan?
No, it's for the biggest, whatever presents itself first. If the Khan fight happens fairly quick and we can get it across the line, we're gonna wait on for that. But if he decides that he don't fancy a job, which he always seems to do, then we've got a mandatory in Errol Spence from America, who's a very talented fighter.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So we've got mandatories. Manny Pacquiao, he's world champion now. We could unify the division in that fight. So it's whatever presents itself first. I don't want to. It's not like Amir Khan's my only option. I'm world champion. And I've not been beat at the welterweight, and my profile's right up there. So I'm the man in the game at the minute. I call the shots.
And the banter between you two has been going on for several years. You're probably sick to death of the name being mentioned. I bet you probably just want to get in the ring and end it now, I guess.
That's exactly true. What you just said. I want to get in the ring, and wipe the floor with him.
Yeah.
And end his career. Let him sail away, with whatever he's doing these days, and he can leave this boxing game alone.
Well, with the camera being there, is there anything that you would want to say to Amir Khan?
And I think he knows exactly what I think about him, and it's not very nice what I think about him. He knows that, there's no love lost, and I just want to damage him.
Yeah.
But. I think that's notable. I think people know that.
No. Well, I think fight fans, if that happens, it's going to be absolutely epic. On the plus side, Christmas just round the corner. Do you get a chance to enjoy Christmas? Are you now back in the gym sort of full time?
No. For the last 3, 4, 5 years, I've been here over Christmas, not being able to enjoy my kids and my family.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first Christmas where I'm going to get stuck into that Christmas dinner and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it with a smile on my face, knowing that I'm not having a little naughtiness and I'm not supposed to, I'm supposed to stick to a diet. This time I'm going to get stuck in and really enjoy it and open the presents with the kids, and
Lovely.
People don't see that. People just see you in the ring. They don't know what I have to sacrifice, not going out with my friends and having meals, missing birthdays, being away from my family. So I'm enjoying them all, and just show them how much it means to me. But I'm home with them.
Well, I was talking to Terry Flanagan a few days ago. He said exactly the same. It's going to be his first Christmas for a long time. He enjoy it with the family. He was in training with Derry Matthews last year, and it's such a good time as well if you can just have that bit of downtime, and I think you need it as well. I don't think people realise that the training and the schedules and the camps that you guys have to go through, awesome stuff.
Absolutely. I think, you know, normally when I'm training through Christmas, I'm dreading it to snow because I need to get to gym and train. But this is probably I'm excited. If it did snow, I'd be excited to get kids out and go sledging, and you know, and them little things what, you know, what come to people naturally. For me, it's a massive thing. So
yeah,
like you say, I'm gonna enjoy Christmas, and then obviously being talked with Eddie through Christmas, and hopefully nail something down with a big massive fight.
Yeah. 2 more questions and then we're called it a day. We was having a chat on the ferry over about things because we both used to box as amateurs. But what is it now? What still drives you on to actually get into that ring, to switch into the nasty guy that you need to be in the ring? Is it still there after, you know, the years that you've been fighting?
There's many things. There's obviously you know, giving the fans the massive fights, and also, you know, proving to them that, you know, because this is boxing and a lot of people, you know, think this fight's going to win, they think you're going to win, you know, and it's just delivering the massive biggest fights and being involved. The adrenaline rushes, it can't be touched, you know, walking out and everybody, you're headlining a bill and there's 20,000-30,000 people in an arena, you're walking out, it's unbelievable, and competing, and just when you've sacrificed so much and you get the win, you know, it can't be touched. And obviously the money, you know, obviously everyone's after that.
Yeah,
you know, that Queen's Head, and
you can't beat it.
And you can't beat it, you know. It helps you, it's good, and obviously you've got a family, you want the best for them, you want to live the best life, you want the nice car, the big houses, so you know, you need to deliver.
And another watch from Eddie Hearn.
I ain't got my first one.
You haven't?
No, he talks rubbish, that Eddie Hearn. So.
Kell, I mean, it's been fantastic for me also as a fan as well to sort of catch up. Obviously this is going to go out on the radio as well, so if I said to you, first track that comes into your mind to play on the radio, what would be the first sort of song that comes into your head to play on the radio?
Ain't No Stopping Us Now.
Ain't no stopping us now. Ring entrance, I do believe, as well. Kell, have a fantastic Christmas and all the best for next year as well.
Thank you.